Crowdfunding is this scenario where essentially you go to the internet, you say, I have a project. Would you like to pay me to do it? There's a website that you can, well, there are several. I used Kickstarter.com because I have an American bank account. But there's funded.ie for Irish stuff specifically. And therefore, these particular ones are for artistic projects largely. And you go to the internet and you say, this is my idea, do you want to give me money to pursue it? And my Kickstarter that I did last year was sort of embarrassingly successful. I was going to write a novella and asked for $4,000, and a month later, 45 days later, they'd give me $20,000. So I did fairly well there. The novella turned into a novel. And there's a bunch of other incentives that go along with it. And it was tremendously successful. It was also set in my Walker Papers universe, which is my more popular world, and it was for the story of the most popular character in the series. It was a perfect storm for that particular project. The other stuff I've run has been successful, but not that kind of successful. So, but it's a wonderful, fascinating new. It's a patronage system, like the days of old, except for instead of one very wealthy patron, you have many ordinary people who can throw in $5 at a time. And if you get enough of them, you end up with quite a lot of money, actually. But
it's going to work better for people who have a fan base already.
Oh yeah, it won't work
for someone starting out.
Not unless you have some kind of peculiarly good ability to network.
Oh, I'm not going to do it.
Sure.
Because, and this is a very practical reason, I have a huge readership for the Quantum Prophecy books, but they're all 12, 13, 14, 15. They don't have PayPal accounts. So, you know,
they would not be a practical audience.
And also, I wouldn't want to put myself under that kind of pressure. As it is, I'm writing two novels a year and a lot of other stuff. Well, actually, some which I can't remember, the Just Dread I'm doing as well. And it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I can't see myself doing it. But I think it's fine. But now we've just seen, what's her name, Amanda Palmer?
Amanda Palmer.
Half a million or something like that she's just raised?
Well over, she must be at 600,000 by now.
And that's a bit unfair.
Sure.
No, because I'm sure some of that's my money.
But that is an aspect, that is probably the hardest aspect of crowdfunding, is reaching people. For my No Dominion, for the Walker Papers thing I just did, I had over 500 backers, which is nearly 3 times the number that I had for any of my other projects. She's at 10,000. I mean, you know, she has the ability to reach literally thousands and thousands of people. And that is the really, really difficult thing about crowdfunding, is getting out beyond essentially your very core audience.
But it's essentially the HBO model, really, for television.
It really kind of is.
I mean, it really is.
Yes.
And every program used to be lowest common denominator to try and get as many people as possible to buy in, because you were selling advertising.
Right.
And HBO realised, well, all you need is a small core of people willing to pay a subscription.
Yeah.
And you can make something just for their taste.